Welcome back to Audacious, guys. And finally, we have the person that Jeffrey's been talking about.
Yeah, look, I'm, at this point, I'm not even saying that
His
I'm
mentor.
bored. I can't.
We have Quasi Darko. How are you, my boy?
Well, sir, how are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Darko Beauty himself finally came out
finally
of his shell
came.
for an episode.
Jeez.
How long have we been talking about this? Like, I literally pulled out this idea and I told him first before Harry and I agreed to actually do it. It's been, a couple months now, yeah?
It has, yes.
And I thought you said you were going to start yours. What happened?
Bros, well, this might be my
This
session
awakening,
where I announce it. You know, you never know.
The awakening.
Oh, bro, it's been awake. Been awake.
No, but Babs, thanks for coming out.
Oh,
a bit of a mission from the city down.
Pleasure's all mine.
That's all good.
But today we're just hoping that you can give an insight to what being a man is really about and how you run your things, because you're very organized and very straightforward. You don't like beating around the bush. Harry and I know this as two youngins that, you know, sort of learn from you and take advice from you. But yeah, let's get into the straight. It's a bit of a short one today, but being a man, I have just a question, and this is what we always have conversations about. Even Harry's been tuned into this. What's the difference between an alpha and a beta? So the alpha v beta.
A lot. I can't tell you what an alpha is.
Yeah.
I can tell you what am I.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and comparing myself to the people that I may meet, or you know, say if I'm in the field or I'm hunting, I can say I live a life of holding myself to the utmost degree.
Yeah.
I respect myself a lot. It's because I put a lot of work in myself.
Yes.
And when you put a lot of work in yourself, you become this person where you don't take a lot of. Can I swear?
Yeah, go ahead.
Brilliant. You don't take a lot of shit. You know, you don't take a lot of shit from nobody, because when you're, you know, like when you've got everything in your schedule, and say someone calls you to, you know, let's go do this, let's go do that. Sorry, bros. You know, I've got this right now.
Yeah,
I'm focused,
100%.
What does it mean to hunt?
What does it mean to hunt?
So when you're hunting in the field, obviously that's not a literal term of you hunting people. What do you mean by? What do you mean by hunting? Or would you?
Say on Monday, say on a Saturday night.
Yes.
Which is when I've built it into my calendar that I'm going to socialize. You know, I'm going to go out, and we sometimes do it together.
Yeah, 100%.
We're yet to receive you as well.
Harry, come out soon.
I basically go out to have a good time.
Okay.
I basically go out to have a good time, and if I do end up meeting somebody of the opposite sex,
it is what it is.
Just basically get to know them, get to know what they're about, and if the vibe is good, I don't know, perhaps come back home.
Fair enough.
Or not.
So what sets you apart from the betas per se? Because whenever we have conversations, Harry, you're soon to come to realize this guy is learning slowly.
I am slowly.
But when Quaz and I have a conversation, we sit down and we say, look, this is what sets us apart. This is what makes us different. And the term beta, what would you reference that towards?
Not knowing your value.
Okay.
That's number one thing. That is right. That is very right.
Not knowing your value. Not knowing what you're about. Like, I see betas as a flag.
Yeah, because sorry to interrupt you, but like I feel like this generation has that a lot though. They don't know their value at all.
Yeah. And look, and it's not really, well, there people are part to blame as well. But I like to say that it's a society that we're in.
Yeah,
you know?
that too.
Like these days, they're trying to normalize a lot of things. They're trying to take out the own finna man. You know, they're trying to take out the the masculinity in a man.
Yes.
They're trying to paint that as a sort of like a toxic trait, or you know, like you're not supposed to do that. Like you're supposed to be like welcoming.
You're in your own shell.
Yeah.
They don't get out of their bubble.
Like the world that we're in, it's not like that.
It's not. It really isn't.
It's not. It's not like that. People say, "Oh, be yourself on a date, mate. Be yourself on a date and see what happens."
Exactly. That's it.
You know.
Okay. No, 100%. Like I've seen it up front, so I'm not gonna sit here and waffle and say it doesn't work, because it does.
100%. 100%. And I send you receipts to show as well, because I want you to know that it's not just all talk.
Yeah, 100%. It will be like I'll be chilling and then he sends me, like, let's say a conversation that he's had with someone where he doesn't want to waste time, or he sits down and he says, look, my value is better and greater than this. Why am I sitting down and allowing this person to disrupt my peace?
100.
This one's a deep one. Like, I want to see what you have to say. It's about confidence. Because I can't lie, out of everyone that I know, like Harry, I'm being straight, Darko has the most confidence I've ever seen.
I feel like you can see that from his like body language and everything as well, though.
Like when you walk into a room, you command the room. Like even if you're not trying or you don't attempt to, you command the room. You make sure that room works for you and the environment is suited to your liking. How's that? How do you do that? Like, how do you make sure that no matter who you're around or the people you're surrounded, that it works for you and you make sure it's the way that you run?
Body language is to do with a lot.
Yeah.
You might not think about it. Body language is a lot. Like even speaking to females, like you can tell what she's about by her body language. You can tell how interested she is by her body language. You know. But for me, when I walk into a room, as I perceive myself as a high value person,
yes,
this just oozes through my body language. You know, there's so many things you can fake. Obviously, like being comfortable, chest out, head up, you know, shoulders back. Obviously, don't hold a frown.
Yeah,
that's no need at all.
Yep.
But just be focused. You know what you're there for.
Yes.
When you're someone where you know what you're there for, it shows.
Yeah.
You know, you don't hold aimless conversations.
100%.
That's it.
You know what I mean? I've only got a small period of time here. Tomorrow I got to wake up and do something.
Exactly. You're just focused on that one little thing. 100%. Yeah. And it shows that though. It shows just in that little thing. I think it shows a lot of confidence.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
My body language and my mindset.
Okay. No, 100%. Like I see that and I respect that so much as to why I started Audacious. Because I see the way that you run, and I always say this to Harry, and I've said this on probably multiple episodes, where I feel like a lot of people have lost their purpose in this world.
Yes.
They've lost the ability to be able to be comfortable or confident within a room or setting. Even me as a youngin', like sitting here, sometimes I lose my confidence.
Yes.
But when you're able to observe and you realize that these people aren't worth your time or they're wasting your time, you sit up and you're like, you know what, why am I even here?
Yes. Well, in saying that as well, don't judge a book by its cover. Always give people a chance.
Yeah, 100%.
But what I was going to say before, I think Harry started talking as well, is betas, they're more like and I really don't like using the word beta because like it's a bit like diminishing. But those sort of men who haven't recognized their value, they're like a flag. You know, when the wind blows west, they go west.
They just follow the crowd.
They just follow their surroundings, their environment.
The influence,
100%. But when you're the pole, you know what I mean?
You stand
straight. You know what you're there for.
Yeah.
When the wind blows west, you're not going west. You're just standing
where you are. You're just staying where you are. 100%. That's it.
100%. Yeah. And if that wind is worth your time and your value, maybe you might need to uproot from your ground.
And move yourself,
100%, 100%. And that runs with what I was going to talk about next, discipline.
Yes.
Being able to stand firm. What makes you want to hold discipline? Because I can see when you go to the gym, we've had a few sessions together.
Yes.
When you wake up in the morning and go for your runs, that's discipline and you hold it straight. How do you keep discipline? How do you make sure and ensure that you are doing what you need to do or like you need to achieve?
By respecting yourself. Because when you respect yourself, and I don't think a lot of people know this as well, the more you respect yourself, the more you build confidence. If I say that I'm going to be here at this time and I do that, that builds my confidence a bit.
Yeah.
If it's to my value, I say I'm going to wake up at 4 and train till about say 4:40 or 5 o'clock. I make sure I do that.
That's discipline.
And when you've done that, like your body's like, yo, thank you. All right, let's move on to the next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That sets you up. So if you could do that, like when I wake up, I do my bed. I say a word of prayer, go put my gym clothes on, go to the gym. That's my routine. If something is to happen to throw me off, say I let a girl stay over, and I might get a bit, I don't know, cuddly or whatever.
Yeah.
As we are, like we're all humans.
Yeah, we're all humans. At the end of the day, we have a little bit of leniency.
100%. I can see if it throws me off my routine. I can see how much it affects me during the day.
Yeah.
I'm not as confident. I'm not as, because my brain is like, come on, bro. Like,
what
you were sleeping.
Yeah, legit.
Like you missed that prayer session.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you start, that's when those bad negative thoughts that come in your head. Like,
I feel like,
are you really that man? Yeah. So when you say you're going to do something, do it.
Do it. Nah, you're right though. Like, I feel like it happens to me a lot. So past couple of days, we've just been busy with the day shifts and never got the time to go to gym.
Yes.
And last night, I think I was in the gym for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you're right. Though. Like, I was like, I'm going to train for 2.5 hours.
Yes.
That just built my confidence. I was like, you're right. Like, my body was like, good job.
100%.
And I wasn't feeling well. And I said to Harry, I'm coming back because I had to go do my responsibilities. I was in the gym for about an hour.
Yeah.
And then I had to leave, pick up my brother. And I said, no, I'm not going to feel good if I don't finish the amount of time that I'm meant to do it.
Yeah.
So I came back, finished off my workout and said, I've done my piece for the day.
Yeah.
So,
And then how did that make you feel after you were done?
Oh, it felt amazing. You're right. Like the confidence level is on another level.
Like you feel like you can walk through a wall.
Yeah,
100%.
that's so true. That is very true.
When I meet a girl and I say to her, hey, I like to take you out for drinks. When I call her after I've done what I'm supposed to do for the day.
Yeah.
That's when I'm most confident.
Yep.
Like I'm calling you like Barack Obama,
like I need you here at this time.
Yes,
we're doing this.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
it.
but if I wake up in the morning and I haven't done anything, like if I call you, you know, like this is not a man of value.
Yeah.
How are you? How's your parents? Like, no, I'm not talk. Sorry.
No, fair.
Legit. Don't beat around the bush.
100%. Let's get on this interesting topic of women. Because
Women?
Darko, you have a very interesting technique when it comes to women.
Women. I love
Very.
women.
I need to learn, bro. What?
He's very steadfast, per se. He's very. Oh well.
I love women.
Before we dive into it deeply, I have a question for you. So I think it was a couple months back.
Yes.
And I have these in my notes sitting here actually. You made a video on your Instagram, which you no longer have. But guys, go follow Darko Beauty. Darko Beauty.
Oh, shout out to Darko Beauty. Legit.
Thank you.
We got a little partnership coming with them shortly, soon done. But with Darko Beauty, with the Instagram post that I saw, the story, you were talking about women and girls.
Yes.
You said that you wanted women and you didn't want these little boys that play around.
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
I'm just trying to remember what headspace I was in at that time.
Yeah. Do you remember the post by any chance?
No, I don't think I recall. Was that on my personal account?
Yes.
It was, I think it was.
Yes.
It wouldn't, no, it wouldn't be on Darko. It was on your personal.
Yeah.
And I was gonna bring it up, like one-on-one, but I said it's a good topic to talk about.
Why not? I'm just trying to remember what would have happened in that state. Because for me, I feel like a woman. There's some qualities that a woman has that probably say a girl, might lack or she's yet to learn. And these qualities, like they come out, like as you say, you are to go on a day, how she dresses, you know, depending on the location, how early she arrives, like how she talks, the way she thinks, and just so that I don't waste my time.
I feel like you can see there's values coming through.
100%, because like it's all about my time. Like, man, if I'm taking time out of my day to sit with you at a bar, like I need to know that this is worth my time.
Because like if you don't beat around the bush, you want the same thing for a woman to do as well.
Yes.
Not waste your time.
Yes, 100%.
Which is very respectable, I think.
Oh, and so will she.
Yeah, so will she. She'll find that very respectable.
So will she, because women, the thing, I forgot what the word is. Like they, right off the bat, when they're born, like they have all these values.
Yeah.
Like to become like how I like to put it, I don't like the alpha beta, like to become a superior man, as I would call it.
Yes.
Like mimic them, like mimic how cutthroat they are. They can, and how they call all these red flags and all this stuff. There's so much about them as well.
There is, yeah.
And when you see these things, also like note them down. Hey, like this is how she is. Okay, she doesn't like that. Okay, this is how she is. Like also have your own thought process about
that,
this as well.
Process that through.
Because how they are, and this is probably like from our primal state or whatever. They live to be able to like how they choose men is to tell if he's going to be able to take care of me or not.
Yeah.
They don't even know it. Sometimes they don't even know it. They might meet a very nice guy, he's making 6 figures, but they're still not attracted to him.
Yeah.
And this is, I feel like, when it comes to being a superior man, and that's what we always talk about. We always discuss being a superior man. Regardless if you have the title of alpha and beta, because as you said, it's very diminishing.
Yeah.
But to be a superior man, I feel like you need to be able to understand different genres of women.
Yes.
And understand how they act, and so you can respond to that.
Yes.
Because what I say is that a lot of men, especially my age, because we're still young, right? A lot of men or boys, my age per se, I'm not going to get the terms mixed up, but a lot of boys, they sit there and they have too much pride to understand how women are.
Yes. Too much pride to learn.
Yes.
Too much pride to learn. That's right.
Too much pride to learn. Because sometimes it's really not their fault. Like I wouldn't say like my dad sat me down and taught me these things.
No, 100% not. No, especially with an African household.
Yeah.
Mate. They don't teach me these things, I had to go out there and learn. And it's only because, and I know it may sound so mainstream, it's only because I got hurt when I started my love journey, when I got hurt, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to make that mistake again.
Yeah, it just comes from experience, I guess, yeah.
And there are some things as a man that you need to go through in order to be able to be that person that you need to be, or to know your value.
Yep.
You only know your value, you only know the value of something when you lose it.
When you lose it, yeah. That's right.
And that's my journey.
No, I think, you do learn a lot from your past as well.
100%.
Like from your past experiences.
Because I'm like, I don't want to be crying in that bed anymore.
That's it. I don't want to, repeat that same mistake again. No,
I don't want to do that. Like that, and that takes, and with men as well, knowing how much, like we're not emotional, but when something so detrimental happens to us, it takes a lot away from us.
It does. That's very true.
It takes a lot, and that's when I do say females are a lot more stronger in terms of they're not how they act in the moment, but in the long term with their emotions, they're a lot more stronger than us.
They are.
Because we will just throw it in the back and keep moving. But it will be affecting us.
It affects us during the time, like as time goes
100%.
on, and like that one day it's just gonna hit us.
100%.
And you're gonna lose a lot more than you in the moment you would lose.
Sir.
And that's something that I feel like men need to understand from women, something we can learn.
Yes.
Something that we can apply.
Yes.
Because before I started hanging out with you, like as you said, what I used to do is if I go through something, I toss it in the back of my mind and let it be, and I let it haunt me, and I let it sit there. But now I'm able to sit there, express how I feel.
Yes.
Use it to motivate me and push me further. Because you sit there and you allow this thing to corrupt your mind and overtake you. You have no motivation to do anything.
No, and it deteriorates you.
100%.
It's like a bad fruit in your fridge. If you keep it there,
it's
it
just
molds.
gonna it's gonna rotten.
When it molds at the back of the fridge, you'll be putting new fruits in. And when one fruit is molded,
it's gonna suck out all the other ones. Yeah,
and that's how it is.
That's very true.
That's how it is. Women, they tend to build a very support group around them.
Yeah.
Like if a guy hurts him, hey, I'm calling my girl.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know what I mean?
Hey, that's a thing.
I'm calling my girl.
That's a very big thing.
Hey, like Cass,
this
like,
happened,
this and that, and then she's like, no, fuck that guy, rah, rah.
Yeah, they
Like,
go hard,
niggas
they
ain't
go
shit, like-
crazy.
You know what I mean? But guys, hey, if something bad happens to you, like you see like Tom in the back laughing at you, like, yo, like
yeah, that's very true.
Like,
Yeah, it does
you know
happen.
what I mean? Like you approach like her, she swept you off like ha ha ha, rah rah. But
Like,
girls
get
would be
your
like,
shit together.
don't worry about it, man. Like, you this shit. Like,
Yeah,
look at
you
that
know your
ass, like,
value. Yeah, yeah.
know what I
They
mean?
That's
do,
how
they
that's
do
how
do that a lot.
females. That's how females
yes.
learn their value.
Yes.
Yeah.
They learn it a lot quicker than men because they're
100%.
able to sit there and hold each other up.
100%. They have that support group.
100%.
100%. And if we had that, oh my God.
Unstoppable.
If we have that, like how many times do you approach a female or I approach a female and maybe it might not go wrong? Sorry, it might not go right.
And then we say to each other,
And they're like, bro, don't worry.
move on to
Call
the
it a
next.
day.
That's it.
Yeah, legit.
Like,
To
I
the next
think
one.
it was, I think it
100%.
was,
Even go talk to a friend.
Yeah.
No, he's serious.
You know
I
what I
think it was
mean?
about 2 weeks ago and we went out with one of our boys and we were like, I was zooted. Let's just say that. Wavy as hell. Darko was wavy. We were kicking vibes. And we were at bar. We went bar up, yeah. And we approached shorties, like we're chilling, like whatever. I think like we were just chilling, like kicking back, dancing with shorties, whatever. And one of our boys literally looked at us and said, how you do it? You just move on to the next.
That's it.
Because I kid you not, when you dance with a shorty, they either think you're trying to hit on them, which may be the case, sitting with Darko's lifestyle.
They know.
They know, but they know. But it's either you're trying to hit on them or you're just trying to kick a vibe.
No, like,
But if they reject you, bros, you got to sit there and you got to be like, nah, like,
no, you
move on
just
to the
smile at
next.
them, like, because
Alright.
Darko did tell me that, you know, you're the prized possession.
100%.
Like, if you don't think that, I feel like, yeah, your confidence just goes
Yeah.
down.
It just goes down.
If you get rejected, it's not a bad thing.
100%.
It's just,
It's
yeah,
Like if I'm trying to give you $1 million
yep.
and you said no to me, I'll be like, you know, all right, cool. Like maybe, you know, you've got something else in mind.
Yeah,
I'm not going to think because that million is not worth anything.
exactly what I'm
it's
saying.
like that. You told me there was a homeless lady. We saw her when we were out that night.
Yes. True
and-
story.
Yeah, true story. This is true story. He told
Oh.
me, what did you try giving her a $50 note?
Yeah. I was with my big bro and we went out, you know, did a bit of gambling, won a bit of money.
Yep.
And on the way to drop me off home, we saw this homeless lady on the corner. And he's like, bro, I was like, you know, we've made a killing tonight. And I learned a lot from this big bro, by the way.
Yeah,
Jeff,
me
you know
too.
him.
Episode coming
You've-
through. Yeah, I know. I
you-
have
you
met him. Yeah.
as well. And he said, oh, bro, just take a 50 out of this stack and
Give it to
to her. And she was sleeping as well. And I just tapped on the leg. I'm like, say sorry. We just made a killing tonight. Here you go, a 50. And she looked at me and she's like, nah, thank you. I appreciate that, but thank you. And I'm like, all good. I smiled at her. I just told her to have a good night. But as I got in the car, like I just could not stop thinking about
You
it.
deeped it.
You know, like, yeah, I could not stop thinking about it. Like, is it, like, what must she be going through, you know, to decline that money? Like, is it something personal to me, you know, like, and I try not to let my mind go there because obviously, like I'm giving you money at the end of the day.
Yeah, legit. Like if you the more you think about it, yeah, I feel like
100%.
the more it's gonna like rumble through your head.
100%. But you can learn a lot from that experience.
Yeah.
You learn a lot.
Another thing I was gonna ask actually is something that we talk about a lot, right?
Yes.
It's about being by yourself,
Yes.
learning how to be by yourself. I've mentioned this as well before. I at a young age you struggle to learn how to be by yourself. Me personally, as a kid, I grew up by myself. You know the environment. We went to the same school.
100%.
You have these white kids that all think that they're on top of everything.
It's not just white kids as well.
It's
Just
not.
everybody in general.
But like the environment that we were in, we're more white
Yes.
kids per se.
Predominantly,
Yes,
100%.
correct.
Yeah.
So you learn how to slowly, like, you know, understand yourself within an environment like that.
Correct.
But when you're older, you're more surrounded by people that want your attention. They want to be around you. How do you deal with that? Especially with your league of...
Oh, well, on Sunday night,
Yep.
when I'm prepping my food for the week,
Yeah.
I live alone. I don't have anyone cooking for me, depending on who I'm seeing.
Yo.
If
So
they
I
have the
gotta.
skill or not.
Sorry.
If they have the skill or not.
Well, yeah, man. I gotta eat good, man. You know. But anyways, I schedule my week ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I make sure every day I have a section in there that I'm spending time by myself, at least 2 hours.
Yep.
Not working on Darko Beauty, not working in real estate, like just for myself. I'm going for a walk, or I'm listening to a podcast, or just something for myself.
Yep.
Just to build. Hey, like self, how you going, man?
Have that happy place around you.
Yeah, like how you going?
That's
like
exactly
how's your
right.
week looking?
That's it.
Like these thoughts. Like, are you gonna address them, or are you gonna kick him in the back? Like, is that gonna be like the fruit?
Legit, yeah.
No,
100%.
like what are you? Yeah, and this is very very important. If you don't know how to spend time by yourself, man, like you're really not gonna move forward in life, because you're always gonna be trying to fill in your times with people.
That's right.
Activities.
And then you become that flag.
Yeah.
And then 5 years has gone by and you've woken up like, what have I achieved?
Yeah. That's very
I've
right.
made a lot of friends.
Yep.
But where am I? Where am I?
Maybe a lot of money as well, but you don't understand how to love yourself.
And that comes from having a purpose. Finding that purpose.
That's right.
And being alone, you can think about this purpose. You can build plans to achieve it.
Yeah, I feel like people don't have that mindset though. So me personally, right, I love spending time by myself.
Yes.
After I come back from work, I go gym with Jeffrey. Obviously,
100.
I come back and it's just me time.
Yes.
Just sit down.
That's it. Sit down, talk about myself. This, as you said, the fruit in the fridge.
Yes.
I don't do that. I run my thoughts through.
100%.
And I feel like a lot of people can't do that though. A lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah.
A lot.
Or they might not know. Like knowledge is power, man.
Knowledge is very powerful. That's it.
It's not even because like people like I don't know. I haven't met so many people that are like, oh, I know it, but I don't want to do it. No, they're more like, oh, right, okay, that's why I'm like this.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's why I'm like this. It's a society, man. I'm telling you, like it's not the people. Like it's not the people as much as we think.
Yeah,
it's a society that we're around. This society, it needs to be trialed, man.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be taken to court. Like, no, a lot of things. Has to
it is
change,
very true. A lot of things need to change. That is very right.
A lot of things has to change, but obviously, I can do what's around me.
Yeah, without letting know, without involving the
100%.
The society,
and
which is very
you can
true.
help those that want to be helped.
Exactly.
Like, and I'm not trying to like toot his horn or anything, but this guy works magic sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna like gaslight you, but I've seen you work and do your part to help those that need to be helped.
Yes, man. If someone doesn't want help, like same with the $1 million.
Yeah.
She doesn't want help.
If she doesn't want help, she doesn't want help.
She's not going to take that $50.
Yeah.
She's not going to.
Yeah.
She doesn't want it.
That's it.
No matter how much value that thing has got, when she doesn't want it, and when you're giving free advice, it's people don't.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
That is very true.
They don't. Yeah.
I have another thing that I was gonna ask. Actually, this is especially for the youth, people towards our age, like from 20 down, 2021. Quaz. So, men love women. This is for the men out there, right?
Yep.
If
they must love women.
No, 100%.
As you love your mom.
No, 100%. But I'm saying like on towards an attractive way.
Okay.
Not towards more
in
of an
sexual way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When a man sees multiple women, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Within our age group, within our gen, it's cooked because that man will be seen as a player or a whore.
Okay.
How do you deal with that? How do you say no and you explain that terms?
I don't have to explain that term to anybody.
You don't. That's right. I feel like I explained that to Kofi a lot. Though.
Yeah.
Just because
for me though, like I understand it. Like for me, I completely get that. And with any female that I see, anyone that I approach, I say, I do me.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
100%.
it doesn't concern you. 100%. And you can call me whatever you say. You can leave or stay. That's up to you.
You can leave or stay. Yes.
And I've said that multiple times in front of Harry. I've said it to like females to their face, and at the end of the day, they look at me like, "What do you mean? Like, aren't you gonna fight for me?"
No.
They're like,
no.
And then thinking like, what has he got that he's so confident?
That's it. Yeah.
There's value there.
Harry and
I
I
want to be around
100%. Harry and I were having, like, he knows the shorty, right? And I'm not putting anyone on blast, no names and nothing, but I literally say to her, you can leave or stay. And I said it in front of him. And she goes, okay, I'm staying. I said, okay, good.
Yeah, he did say that.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And it's not because I'm trying to be cocky or anything. I'm just saying at the end of the day, if you leave, that option's yours.
100%.
And I feel like men, especially our age, Harry, even though you're really young, like, we need to understand that females, they come and go, firstly. And secondly, you need them to live. Don't get me wrong. We need them in life.
Yes.
Men need women.
they run the world.
100%.
If only they knew their power.
Yeah. Oh man.
Look, and especially
me and Jeffrey talk about it
all
all
the time. The potential
amount
that
of,
females have.
the amount of potential females have is crazy, but they just waste it.
Man.
Like it's the truth. It's so true.
100%.
I feel like, as you said, it's because of the society as well.
100%.
It's because of the society as well.
Do you know where that? And I recently just learned this, by the way. Like, when someone says a feminist, right?
Yep.
What do you think a feminist is?
A feminist, my definition, or someone within our category, is someone that stands for women rights.
Yeah, women rights.
That's the base term of it. Stands for women rights and makes sure that women have the power to an extent.
Yeah.
100%. Do you know in a real this feminist that I spoke to, she classifies herself as as we classify ourselves as the superior man.
Yeah.
She classifies herself as a superior feminist.
Okay.
If it was left to her alone, there won't be any OnlyFans. There won't be any porn.
Yeah.
Because that's taking the value out of women.
That has.
No, for sure. What I want to do, and Harry's been disagreeing with this, but we might have to get it done, is I want to ask someone that does OnlyFans.
Right, I was wondering where the conversation was going.
Yeah, no. No. I want to ask someone that does OnlyFans and get them on the podcast. The reason being is because I want to see what entitled them to do so.
Oh, I can organize that for you.
Oh, say less.
Because I feel like when the OnlyFans girl or female comes on here, I feel like it's going to be a lot of arguments.
No, but like,
hey, I'm not disagreeing with it. I feel like it will be good.
I feel like for that podcast, I feel like for that podcast, it'd be more questions than arguments.
Like, right? I just the want reality,
answers. Healthy ones.
I feel like we get Darko back for that one too.
Yeah, we
healthy
can.
ones, because there needs to be, there needs to be that, like you have that female on that spectrum and that guy on that spectrum to share what they think.
Yeah,
and it's quite similar.
Yeah,
like to be very, very, like, to be very frank, like it's like Lego.
Oh, okay.
Like
they fit in together, yeah.
They fit. It's those people in the middle and at the bottom that it's like head on head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I think anyway.
No, 100%. Like, I don't know. In my head, I always I clock these things, but I feel like everything is in life, it's harder to put it into play.
Yes.
It's harder to put into play. So whenever I see something work, like when we're out or we're out with one of the boys or we're doing something or we're like actually doing it, like this podcast, for example, like there's a lot of things that when you see it work, then you're like, let's get it done again.
100%. And it's just like they say, like, why rebuild a wheel? It's there. Just use it.
No, for sure. But yeah, no, sorry. I just wanted to get back to that topic about when men have their title or they have their thing. So what I say and I put on this podcast is, let me put it this way. So what I say to everyone is there's no such thing as talking stages and all this rah-rah terminologies.
Or it's flirting.
There you go. No, you see?
But it's true that
and this is why. So I make it as simple as it was back then. And what I mean by that is you have your dating, your relationship, then marriage. Makes sense?
Yes.
When you're dating or you're seeing someone, that's just one term.
100.
When you're in a relationship, that's your girl, that's your man, whatever. Yes. And then you get into marriage. That's it.
Yes.
That's as simple as it should be. And the reason being is because then if you say when talking stages, you have all these complex things, you make it so hard for yourself.
And guys, we just put blocks in front of us for us to jump over.
You make it more difficult than it has to be.
You make it more difficult than it is. Like, when women don't even want that.
They really
they don't want to waste time, man. Their eggs are aging. They don't. They're not here to waste time. As am I. Like, I'm not here to waste time. They just want to know the truth and let's move on.
No, 100%. And this is what guys don't understand, because instead of us to be the superior man, as we say, they wanna dial down to a feminine charm.
Because they think that's what's going to get them approval.
Yeah.
You know?
But in fact, it's like
not.
it works the other way around.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not going to get them
not.
anywhere, is it?
Like I said, what's a free advice? What's the worth of a free advice?
That's it.
Fuck all.
Fuck all. That's it.
100%. And now, have you seen me in action? He's seen what I'm able to do when I what do you call it? When I apply myself, or I make it so that I am the prize. Firstly, and ongoing it is what it is.
Yeah, just have that mindset and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
100%. Moving on as well. I just want to bring this up. Like for any man that wants to become a superior man, like what would you say the stages are towards that? Because I know I'm slowly understanding how to get there, but I haven't reached the stages. But how do you become a superior man? Is it not caring about anyone else's opinion and doing yourself?
I feel like with learning, there's always a lot of learning to do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna say I'm there. No, like I still make these mistakes. You know, I catch myself and I punish myself for that. You know, I still make these mistakes. But a good way to start is just having someone that is like that around you.
Okay.
So you can feed off the energy.
Yep.
You know, oh, he's not doing that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that next week.
Yeah.
You know, okay, he's got a schedule. I'm gonna get a schedule.
Yeah.
You know, oh, like he doesn't take bullshit. Now I'm not gonna take bullshit.
Yeah,
that's
just
right.
have somebody that's around you, and if you don't, that's fine. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Yeah,
you know?
there is.
Like with these things and how I'm training myself to become this person. Most of it is from reading and YouTube.
Yep.
Like it's rarely that I take it from people, and when I do, like it's just little bits and pieces. You know, like having a schedule. It's that's from my big bro. He taught me how to have a schedule. You know, and I remember like I make mistakes, and he'd be like, "Yo, did you have it in your calendar?" I'd be like, "Nah." Yeah, well, that's why you forgot.
Yep.
You know, and like he'd be very stern about it. Very, very stern about it, because you know, guys, like we're very naughty. So
and there's a lot of difference between you and your big bro, or our big bro per se.
Yes.
Like it's like I wouldn't say a hierarchy, but a ladder.
Yes.
So like when it comes around from here, whatever he learns from his big bro, he applies it, then he teaches it to me, then I bring it to Harry.
Yes.
I
like that. No, that's good.
And that's the way I see it, because even with your big bro, he has a big bro on top of that.
100%.
And when I met him, Harry,
down,
bro, that's a superior man, like you've never seen before. Because he doesn't take bullshit. Like he doesn't beat around the bush. He doesn't care who he's speaking to, and he doesn't care what he sees. He just analyzes it and makes sure that that's for him.
Yeah, he knows what he's about. You know, and obviously, like we're in different parts of our lives. You know, his time back then was a lot different. So even sometimes, like when I tell him what's going on right now, he's like, "Really? You can do that?" Yeah, and then sometimes when he tells me what he sees back in the day, I was like, "Really? Yeah."
That happens.
That's a possibility.
You know?
Like we don't have limits on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's no limit.
Times change.
Yeah, that is very true. Times do not change.
And that's the thing. Like to become a superior man as well, you need to understand that there is no limits. Like when I say there is no limits, I mean you can accomplish anything.
Yes.
You can pull any shorty. Like at the end of the day, you just need to understand that you are the prize. If there's a female that like is out here modeling or whatever, she's got 110K on Instagram or whatever, bro, that means nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I honestly try not to look at that at all. Like, I'm off the gram now. I'm off the gram now, and I remember I met this girl about a week ago, and I said to my big bro, like, I met this girl, like, man, she's hate, rah. He's like, oh, bro, what's a gram? And I'm like, I'm not looking for a gram. Like, I'm not about to, like, what am I going to get from there?
Yeah.
I'm going to go out with her anyway.
Because 100 people already follow her. You get what I'm saying? Like out of this 100,
100K,
that's what makes you different.
like,
you get what I'm saying? It's
100%.
just you're straightforward, giving the number away.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then when I learned that, I remember you had a heart attack. Like I literally said, I came to Harry and I said, "Bruv, I'm not getting the grant." Like he asked me, so there was this thing that I approached. And I got a number, whatever. And I said, Harry, like, there was this thing I approached. I got a number. Harry looks at me, he goes, "Why'd you get a number?" I said, Because I've heard this.
No, I did learn that over
Yeah.
time though. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't like legit. It's just
And-
so bad.
And
Yeah.
this is where we need to understand. Like at the end of the day, if you're able to put that into motion,
Yes.
you're able to get something. Why bother with her outside life?
100%. And the reason why like I don't even get the gram to say like it's not even about like I'm not trying to be a fan of her, which you definitely will be if you get her gram.
Yep.
But it's just I've met the girl.
Yeah. So yeah.
Like
legit.
why would I need to see that world?
Yeah, and why do you
I'm
want
not
to get to
even
know
in
her
that
from her
world.
socials?
100%. Like I'm not even in that world to
Yep.
even start with.
I get
Like
what
why
you're
am I
saying.
trying to see what she is in that world?
Yep.
This is the real world, man.
Yeah, that is.
Got your number. I'm gonna take you out.
That's it. It's
You
as
know,
easy as
I'm gonna
that.
take you.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a couple of drinks. I'm gonna get to know you for who you are, not for your gram, not for seeing you in Dubai, rah rah, with a Lamborghini or whatever. No,
Legit.
like this is you. Like you.
This
I'm
is
You-
talking to
yeah,
you.
that's it. You
Yeah,
and me.
no
that's it.
You
filters.
know, 100%.
No.
That video. Do you know how many edits it went through to be what it is?
Yeah.
But this is the raw her.
Yeah.
You know, and if I can get anything from that, I will.
Yeah.
And if not, that's fine.
That's it.
Yeah,
As long as you get to know her without filters,
100%.
which is
And that's what they want.
yeah, that's exactly what I think most men want.
Yeah,
But I don't
100%.
think they put it in play. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
They ask for something they don't work for.
Yeah, that's it.
And and then you get the gram, and then you just build in hurdles for yourself.
Yeah.
Now you have to talk to her on the gram to get her number,
Yeah.
and then to book a date.
It's too much.
It's too long.
It's a whole ass circle going
Man,
around.
Look, I have another question, okay? Because we're young, obviously not working as hard as you are. Before
You say that as if like I'm 30.
no, but that's
I'm turning 25,
no,
motherfucker.
but
Nah, I'm kidding.
that's crazy though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you're making figures, bro. Like
Oh,
I'm not trying to put it out there for the world type thing because it's always between us.
100%.
But he's working so hard to the point where his money is up. Like your riches is up,
Well,
your lifestyle is up because you work for it.
100%.
100%. Like I'm not sitting here and say it got handed to you on a silver platter, but from a young age, right? We don't have the ability to work as hard as you do.
Okay.
Especially when you're in uni and you know my lifestyle.
Yes.
How do you before you started working as hard as you did you still have this amount of confidence? Because with money also comes confidence, obviously. As long as
not necessarily.
not necessarily.
No.
Okay.
No.
Chat me through that.
Money. Oh,
Money just there, bro.
money.
Personally,
Money comes and goes.
that's
Money.
it.
Money won't. Look, money will give you this confidence, but that confidence doesn't last.
Okay.
It lasts as long as the money's there.
It's there one day and the next day it could be gone.
It could be gone.
And your confidence
But
can't go away with it.
It allows you to move in certain ways that other people can't as well.
To that momentarily because like we see all these celebrities, we see them on these Facebook and videos and all that,
Yeah.
Instagram. Man, when the lights are off,
Yeah.
when the camera's off, bro, it's like you do not want to be around that. Like that's not healthy. Like
Yeah.
and to do what you set yourself up to do, to follow your schedule, to train, to do what you said you were going to do, to have your family respect you, to have your surroundings respect you because you're the man of your word. Like that builds confidence, and that's pure confidence than money.
Okay. Yeah, no. Because we hear it a lot actually, not just me, out of you, me, and Harry and I. When you have people our age, they think that money allows you to move, which is the truth. It allows you to do certain things.
Oh, money.
But
yeah,
how
it's
would
very
you
powerful.
advise to do certain things if you don't have the financial availability?
I feel like, hey, before you speak, I feel like just in general, money's just there. It's gonna come like throughout your life. You get what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah.
It's just not gonna start coming as soon as you're 15.
No.
Not as soon as you start working at Macca's, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's not about how much you earn. It's about how much you save.
That too.
Like legit,
Yeah.
like people don't think that. I think like
That too.
they just go. They're like, oh, I want to buy this, and they call
Yeah.
it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. See, just imagine two people, right? Imagine the guy with a lot of money, born with a lot of money.
Yeah.
His confidence comes from his money. He doesn't follow what he says. He just wakes up. He's got a Lamborghini. He's got a fat ass house. Like,
Yeah.
it's got pools, all of that. celebrity life.
Etc. Yeah.
Yes, and then there's this man, like, you know, he's a bricklayer. Let's just say, right? He doesn't make too much. Let's say he makes over 100 G's a year.
Yeah.
He's got a loving family. He does what he says he's going to do. He supports his family, brothers, sisters, parents. You know, everyone around him loves him because he's a man of his word.
That's it.
If those two go out and they're looking for a female, as we're on this podcast to talk about, because that's what we're talking about, obviously. The guy with a lot of money, his confidence comes from money.
Yeah.
To charm a woman, he's using money.
Yeah.
He can just say, I'm not going to talk. Yeah, 50 racks.
And then, let's go.
Right? If that girl says no, what else you got?
Nothing. Because you only had money to support you.
Yeah.
You didn't have your mindset. You
100%.
didn't have the ideals. You didn't have
100%.
the morals.
And then this other guy on this spectrum, if he goes out and he knows a lot about women, like he has several sisters, you know, he respects them, he loves them, you know, he knows how to communicate with them, he knows how to make them feel comfortable. You know, maybe he might not even do much, and then they go be like, I love this guy's vibe. I want to be around that.
Yeah.
You know, I love how a lot of people respect him. I like how his family respects him.
Yeah.
I like how they make me feel when I go to a family event with
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
You know, like that guy is going to get a lot further with that girl than the rich guy.
That's it.
You know, and imagine giving that guy a bit more money as well.
Oh, yeah, legit.
Then he's unstoppable beast, man.
Legit, unstoppable. That is very
You know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah, no, because I never really deep it. For me, money has always been that mindset for me, I guess. Because I feel like I've been lacking in the world. Because with me, like, I never really value money, and you've had this conversation with me, because I don't really like clock the value of money. I'm starting to understand it. Yeah. But the reason being is because when I'm out with you, like,
and it's a bit difficult as well when your parents are what to do.
100%. Especially when your parents want you to do uni, etc., and you just sit there and you're like, you know what, I want to do this for myself, but it blocks you within your financial path. Yeah. A lot of people our age, Harry, have that difficulty because with uni, it's hard to maintain a job, firstly. Yes. And there's a lot more to it depending on what family you come from, etc. But a lot of guys need to understand, and maybe women as well, need to understand that you can build all of this without just money.
As I always say, man, money's never an issue. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's just it's just you doing your stuff. Yes, you get what I'm saying?
You can find money, man.
You can always make it work.
You can find money, like, bro. You can find someone to sponsor this.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know, like with say with my business, like if you're promoting my stuff, I'm paying you.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and it all comes from your purpose.
Yeah, it takes two to tango. Yeah,
you know,
it works both ways.
100%. Like that purpose is gonna bring you money.
Exactly.
If you just focus on that purpose, say, hey, after work, I got to work on my purpose. On Saturday evening, I'm not going to go out. I'm going to work on my purpose.
That's it.
If you go out on that Saturday evening and someone is talking shit to you, or a girl doesn't want to pay you no attention, or you're even talking to a girl, that charisma that you're going to talk to that girl is going to come from you not doing your purpose. Yeah. So it's like you almost don't care if it goes wrong or right. Because at the end of the day, you shouldn't even be there in the first place. You should be working.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so you talk different.
That's very true.
You don't talk like you've accomplished something.
No, not in that sense, but like you talk with value because like you know what you're about. You know what you were supposed to be doing, right? You're just there in a brief moment just to get a bit of vibe, so you can not be run down at the end of the week because you've been working a lot on your purpose.
Yep. When
a person is on his purpose and he takes a bit of time away from that purpose to go do other things, that person moves different.
Yeah.
They like and that sort of imitates value. You know, because you know what you're building for yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I understand that a lot because I'm just focused on
your
my
focus, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Your focus,
I work 7 days a week.
100%.
Working on this as
well. Yes, sir.
It's just,
if a girl says she's not going to come over, all right, cool. I'm going to go work on my purpose
that's
anyway.
It. That's what I'm saying. It's calm.
Like, yeah,
not
you don't.
An issue.
Like, I'm not going to beg you.
Nope.
But if it's money that I'm using, 15K.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, why are you not coming? Because I can't. All right, 30.
Yep.
You know, and some women don't have a price.
Yeah.
She might just say no.
Yeah.
Rare.
Very
but,
rare.
But yeah.
No, that's fair. Like I've actually taken a lot from this episode. Like we have to wrap it up soon.
Easy.
But honestly, like Quaz, I appreciate you so much for coming. Like, bros,
I appreciate you very
honestly,
much.
like
Legit.
this
Pleasure's all
episode
mine.
has
Pleasure.
been in the works for so long. Like, I'm actually, this is one of the biggest episodes that we've had.
Yeah, legit.
We have to get you a big bro on this. Then we'll get both of you. So that's 2 more episodes in the work.
It's gonna be a jungle up in this.
Trust me. And then Lucy wants to do a 1v1u.
Yeah.
She wants to 1v1u.
We'll make it all work. It's all right.
So we'll get it done, bros. But like, honestly, thank you so much for coming. You gotta plug Darko Beauty as well.
Yeah. Well, you can follow my page, guys. Darko.beauty. On Instagram. Yeah. Send me any messages if you want any advice or anything. I'm always happy to help.
No vibes.
Yeah. Let's build that support group, right?
Done. Let's get it done.
Hey, before you leave, how about you try some Prime?
Prime, please.
Here we go.
What flavors looking like? I know you're gonna cry about it, Darko, because I see your taste buds.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Hey, I'm a sugar tooth though. Yeah.
Chat to me. Which one?
I'll go the red.
The red?
The red one.
That's the worst one.
Is
It's
it?
alright.
It's alright. I'm just gonna trust my gut. Intuition, baby. Tropical punch.
Let's see if you
So,
like
so what? This is supposed to be water.
No, it's meant to be a hydration drink.
Okay.
Say like
okay.
Powerade and
I like a
Gatorade
Powerade and that.
instead.
Okay. Nice.
You actually like
You
it?
like it?
Yeah, I like it.
You actually like it?
100%.
The only ones that I can actually go for are the blue and the green.
Okay. Man, I'm drinking tequila straight. Like,
Ah, well, there you go. Now you're understanding why.
That's probably why.
yeah,
But
this is
Quaz,
it.
man, I actually appreciate you for coming on today, man.
Thank you
Like,
very
it means
much,
a lot.
brother.
Like, I think the men within our audience as well needed to hear all of
Yep.
this.
My pleasure.
Because I always talk about it, but I keep a lot hidden because it's either we have females on or they're youth.
Yes.
But having you here, I'm able to express how I truly feel
Yes.
and express like what I'm trying to say in the movement of Audacious. Because
Yes.
the reason why we started Audacious is to, as you would say, help people become their superior self.
Yes.
To make sure that they're able to evaluate their purpose and let the youth be able to speak. Because, like I say, people our age don't have this mentality. They don't have the thought of I'm the prize. No.
Yes.
But yeah, bro, it's like once again, I appreciate you for coming on to Audacious.
All good.
Thank you very much, brother.
Pleasure's all mine.
But bros, as we all say, this has been your host Kofi
And it's your boy being Harry.
and Quaz.
It's a Darko out.
That's it.
Peace.